Recording. Hello. Welcome to our movie club. Today we'll discuss the movie Withnail and I. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Is it old one or not? What was the year? 1980 something. Let me find.
86.
86. Okay, so pretty old one. Okay, Andrew, have you heard before about this movie before this class?
Yeah, well, Terry told me about it actually because it was one of his favorite films.
Yeah,
I've known about the movie for a few years now, and I watched it maybe 4 years ago, and then me and Terry rewatched it last night.
Okay. So now we know. Now I remember who suggested this movie. It was Terry. Okay. Now we found we found the guy because Sergey was going to blame me today for choosing this movie, and I was not able to remember who suggested it. So
yeah, he said I've been teaching the movie club for a while, and now they decide to do the movie when I'm gone.
but you can tell him he is always welcome. You know.
Yeah. I told him. Yeah.
No
Next time I'm going to suggest.
Yes, of course. It's everyone can, you know. So we are
No, it's
totally
I know that you won't like my choices.
Why not?
Will they be romantic comedies?
No, my dear, action.
action. Okay, but Leila, you suggested one movie short time ago. It was Lucy, right?
I loved it.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, let's start from the movie. So, is it a famous movie? What do you think, guys? Well-known movie or something, or something that unknown?
Well, I would consider myself to be a movie fan, and I've never really heard of it.
Okay, so not how we call the things that everyone knows.
Yeah, well known or just big or big. Big. Is it a big movie? It's not a big movie.
Okay, it's not a big movie, but it has something special, I guess. Let's find what.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with. Actually, I don't have a choice. You know, we have only Sergey who watches the movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking. I watched it.
Okay.
But I cannot ask Leila. I cannot ask Josefina. So let's start.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Josefina. Have you watched it?
A lot of episodes, but not completely. And I didn't put the subtitles because I didn't have that option.
Okay,
I
so we have one expert. Sergey, please start with the story. So tell us what it's about.
Okay, and I wanted to tell about us, about you and our movie club mates. We looked like us a nerd movie club, but it's not a good movie. But it's very nerd for me. It's my opinion.
But Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. But nerd is something about computers, is it?
No. You can call you can say there are film nerds. Yeah.
Okay.
A nerd is somebody who's just passionate about a particular subject or a particular thing that it may.
So we're not like a pop culture, right? We are going deep inside.
Yeah.
It's what you meant, right? So we're going deep inside.
Yeah, well, this is a famous pop culture movie. Because it has a lot of famous quotes.
Okay. So Sergey, tell us about this film.
It's a movie about two unsexual actors, Withnail and
Withnail, yeah.
Withnail and somebody. It's a very difficult name for me.
Okay.
And you never know the other character's name.
Withnail and me.
Withnail. Like
Withnail.
You know, with something.
Yeah,
I
it's
eat
just
with
spoon. Exactly, yeah.
With
And a nail. Do you know what a nail is?
Bum.
Yeah. So with nail.
Mostly Richard E. Grant and the other actors, because I can't speak Withnail, but in
Whistle.
Russia,
Good, good.
I read
The second one was good.
Wait.
That's good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Sergey, but we already provided you a trick, you know. So do you know the preposition with? I eat
Yes,
with
with
this.
yes, yes, Withnail,
Yes,
Withnail.
Yeah.
Okay, Withnail. Withnail
But
and me, and
but
two.
you never know the other character's name, right? The guy who was referred to as I. You never learn his name.
He was on Wikipedia, I guess.
Richard Grant.
But the character,
Yeah, his like scenery name, like nickname in the movie. What was his name in the movie?
so it's Withnail and I. You don't know I, the guy who refers to as himself. You know. I don't think they ever give him a name in the movie, so you never know.
Yeah, good point. So it's an anonymous guy. Some with
Yeah.
snail and someone anonymous. Okay, Sergey,
Yeah.
sorry for interruption.
Yeah, I'm from. And two unsexual actors live in a very dirty flat with a lot of garbage, with dirty plates, with drugs, with alcohol. And if I understand correctly, they have one agent for two people, and they tried to find new options for taking part in the movie, in the TV show, but without success.
Yeah,
And
they're looking for a job, right? They're looking for a job.
yeah, looking for a job. For understanding the type character of this actor, the Withnail is the coward. It's my opinion. The coward in the drunk people and the strange people, and he tried to move responsibility of his life to other people. And the second person, as me, I don't know, it's he is actor, but he is more responsibility. He's more brave.
Yeah, he's more responsible, right?
Yeah,
Responsibility
he's
is
more
a noun.
responsible.
yeah.
He's
He
more
has
responsible.
responsibility.
And the story start of when they had the problem with the money, and they went to Withnail aunt,
Withnail's
with
uncle.
Withnail uncle.
With nails, yeah.
Yeah, and after
Sergey,
that they start.
I'm sorry, may I interrupt you for a second? Hello, Vasanth, you just joined. So,
Hello.
have you watched the movie, Vasanth? I'm just
Yes,
looking
yes,
for
of
options.
course.
Yeah. Of course.
He's a hardworking person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hello, our nerd movie club.
Sergey is what's this? Proclaiming. Can I say proclaiming, Andrew, or claiming our club like a nerd club from now on because of these movies.
Yeah. So say the sentence first.
Sergey just proclaimed our club like a nerd club.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We just say be called.
Called. Okay.
Yeah. King of the nerds, maybe.
Oh, okay, so they went to the to uncle of the Withnail, right?
Yeah.
For what?
Withnail's uncle.
Withnail's uncle.
Yeah.
For what, Sergey?
For giving money and for giving food and alcohol. I'm sorry, but I didn't understand this this period of this movie.
Part of the movie.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask someone else. Josefina, you watched some episodes of the movie, right?
A little bit. I just got the impression after review several times that this couple apparently are leaving the big city to go to small town, and then they have also an uncle. His name is Monty, who is a funny looking guy who does cooking and all this. But I imagine also this couple is they're alcoholic all the time, seems like drinking a lot, and they look like act irrational, and they are like sometimes confronting death at many times, like when the guy is recklessly driving in the big freeway or whatever. And so I think it's the reflection I imagine, no sé, of what the life in London at that time, the 60s, was like. A lot of unemployment, a lot of people kind of unhappy, rebellious, and all this. And in particular, this couple that is not openly is clear if they are gay people, homosexuals or not, but kind of implied. But I imagine it's
Well,
hard.
Josefina,
So
for me, it's pretty clear that they are not. They are they are straight persons, and there are a lot of jokes, because of they are straights, and they have
but
uncle.
but not as open as they would be in these dates. And so they kind of difficult to go out of the closet, because I imagine the 60s in England could have been so difficult as it is in my country, different places.
They were comfortable in their sexuality,
I see your point, but those guys, those couple, I don't know. Andrew, can we call them couple or just friends?
Yeah, I was going to say I wouldn't call them a couple.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that refers that they are definitely in a relationship,
But their relationship is just a friendship.
Just a friendship. Yeah. You would only call them friends, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, one more thing that you wouldn't refer to it as episodes, as watching episodes of a movie. You can say chapters, because you can't watch episodes of a movie.
Okay. Very good. Andrew, I'm sorry. Please feel free to interrupt us when you see some English.
I will do. Okay.
Yeah, no problem with that. So, Josefina, one little comment. So you're correct about London and about small village, but these guys, they are not homosexual. Definitely not. They are straight people, and there are a lot of jokes. It's a lot of irony because of that. So it's a like of, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but in Russian we call it like a comedy of situation. So we make a situation, we put persons in such situation, and we make a comedy between them. So a lot of situation, it was like homosexual uncle and straight guy, and they trying to communicate. So what
okay.
What about language, guys? Was it challenging for you to understand it? Josefina, what do you think? Language of those guys.
The dialogues, and I am very impressed about the actors, the ability to remember all these many dialogues, that they cannot improvise or change, because they are meant to be given exactly that way. And I think for an actor must be a very difficult thing to do. And also, but also I like the movie that has a lot of landscape of different areas, very beautiful. So it's a very good movie, but just a little bit kind of confusing at times. But it is definitely very good movie.
Okay, Leila, have you watched at least some chapter of the movie, some parts?
I have decided to watch it first, but when I had a look at the review and I see that it's a black comedy, I said no way, because I want to escape from the reality. I need a kind of film that makes me forget everything.
Okay,
Life is not easy here.
I'm making a note to discuss what is a black comedy, because it doesn't mean that it must be a depressing thing, as far as I understand. It's just a humor, but a very special humor.
Iwan, what I thought that when I said black comedy, it is the real life, because for me, real life is a black comedy anyway. So I didn't want to watch it because I just need to, feel happy after I watch something.
Okay, what is
So,
opposite to black comedy? White comedy?
no, only comedy.
Only comedy, okay. Leila, but what if you watched a part of the movie? So what about language of those guys? Did you understand what they're talking about?
To tell you the truth, as an English teacher, I try to understand the general meanings because their dialect is different, accents are different, But I do understand the general meaning.
Okay. Because
And
I gave up quickly, so I switch on my subtitles to understand.
Even when I first started learning English, our teachers, professors at university, they told us don't try to understand word by word. Try to understand the general meaning. So, for example, I had a Scottish friend that day. I just tried to understand the general meaning. So don't give up, my dear.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not going to to understand every comma in their speeches, but I want to get these jokes, So that's the reason.
The accent is so strong; it can be hard to understand at times, and even for me, and I'm a native speaker,
Yeah, good. Vasanth, so could you please continue with the story? We just finished about visiting the uncle, Withnail's uncle.
Okay. Then he got a moment in private with the uncle, and we don't know what he said there. But later he revealed that he got a key from his uncle, the key of a house, a countryside house.
Let's call it a mansion, right?
Okay, yeah, a mansion. Then they went for a vacation because they needed a break, so they went there. There was a lot of unpleasant weather conditions, so they drove there. Besides the struggles, finally they reached there, but they found out there was nothing left to eat in there because it was a countryside. They had no access to any shops nearby. So initially they had to keep them warm by burning all the furniture in the firewood place. And they tried to get potatoes from the nearby fields. Then they got a help from a peasant. Can we call him a peasant?
Peasant?
Farmer. Yeah.
Farmer.
Peasant. Farmer. Yeah.
Farmer is better. Yeah. Yeah. Then they refer to him as a farmer in the movie.
Yes.
Andrew, peasant is the person who lives in the villages, right?
Yeah. That's sort of more of an old time reference.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, farmers have do you know the farmer hats?
Yeah.
Yeah, they normally wear the farmer hats, and the dungarees, which are denim overalls, are called dungarees.
Yeah, and there was a guy, a hunter, right? How we call him? A hunter who does illegal hunting for animals.
Yeah, a bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter. Okay.
Yeah.
It's important one, right?
Yeah.
So, Vasanth, but have you noticed their car, how they commute between London and this village? Was it comfortable?
About what? The car?
They have a car, right? When they commute from...
yes. Yes, it was an old car. It even has a damaged headlight, and the windshield wiper was not working, and he had to do something, and it was also for the partial part. The one of the windshield wiper was broke down, so he had to manage it with using the other one. So that
one was a driver, another was what's the name for this? A Sturman. Andrew, can we say Sturman? Is it a word?
For what exactly?
So there are two guys in the car, right? One
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
driver.
Yeah, and
another one.
the passenger.
Yes, the passenger.
Yeah,
Who is
they're on the
giving,
back.
who is giving directions, you know, who is like manage the road. Do you remember? So windshield was unclear. And
Yeah,
driver
yeah.
cannot see the road. So another guy, it's how we call him.
Um,
A guy
Assistant.
or something.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
a passenger in the back that was not even sitting down. He was just kind of laying down. Drunk.
Yeah. But it was another episode, another part. So I would call navigator. Or
yeah,
something like
yeah. I suppose you can call him a navigator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, what we might say a co-pilot as well.
Co-pilot.
Co-pilot. Yeah, we use that
But
term a lot.
But isn't that co-pilot goes in front next to the driver?
That's
And
also
he
true.
goes in the back.
Yeah. That's also true. But a co-pilot can give directions as well. Doesn't matter where they're sitting, I suppose.
Okay. Okay, good.
But a navigator is correct. Yeah.
There was some idiom I can't remember about something navigate, some like a backside navigator or something like this. You know, the person who's always giving advice but not doing anything by himself. It was an English idiom. Don't you know? Okay, doesn't think about. Okay, so actually it's a story, right? So then uncle arrived. Sergey, do you remember this part? When they lived happily in the village and suddenly uncle arrived for something.
Yes, I remember this moment when uncle arrived during the night. Uncle was arriving during the night when two friends afraid something else, I don't know, and they sleep they slept inside one bed and, with a gun, and when uncle arrived, he took with him a lot of food, wine, and something else, and coal and wood for towel, and he told, oh yes, I have the problem with my car as far with wheel, but we understand. And during this meeting I had a lot of different feels when the uncle started to take the, I don't know, sexual harassment for one guy, and oh okay, and I have to take something else, and have to take something else, and it's strange, and we have some conversation after the night. The uncle told, yes, your friends told me that you're toilet gay. I don't know what is it, but okay, toilet gay. What? I'm not a toilet gay. And
Okay, let me educate you a little bit. I don't remember from where I know it, but toilet gay is a homosexual person who finds trying to find partners in toilets, in public toilets, in restrooms.
but
Ivan, how do you know that, Ivan?
Andrew, it's very simple because Terry told us it's on the last class.
Yeah. I remember him telling me too.
okay.
I didn't hear this part.
Terry loves that term.
Please, Josefina.
I didn't hear this part because something happened with my phone that got mute.
Yeah. Okay. Which part?
What did you say? This last part that you just said something.
We can't repeat it.
Because they were laughing and I was.
Okay, we just joking about that the term. So the term is toilet gay. What does it mean? It means that, yeah. So, and guys, they are joking on me, making jokes on me that I know this term. So that's the reason why we are laughing.
making fun of me.
Oh, Layla left us.
Layla left.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so it's hard to explain all this, dialogue.
Yeah.
So try to, just make a general like synopsis, just to, if you, yeah, Josephina.
I just think that this couple always look like they act ridiculous. They cause on the viewer a good sense of humor, like look hilarious, but also sometimes are like yelling with no reason, because if they are confronting death, like Danny when says something about the end of the no the 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 end of the greatest era, as if they were kind of thinking that there's no more, nothing else to expect, and they sometimes they don't care, like the reckless driver didn't care if they die or not. It's like they don't care about life. So that made me think as if they think that the life is like an absurd, and maybe inspired by the literature of the writer, what's his name, Dickens. In those days, I don't really know, but I just imagine, because it's in all the times to me that was the interpretation of their acting, and that phrase that guy says. I don't know, maybe there was no best time in England and the 60s with a lot of problems, I don't know, and then act like absurd. Everything is absurd.
Yeah, so I can see that you are trying to get this movie seriously, right? To find a hidden, like, I don't know what, hidden sense, hidden knowledge about this. But for me, it's just a black comedy, it's just a situations and stupid guys, and they make fun of each other and of them, so like this. So,
They
I don't
act.
know, let's...
They
yeah,
act
they act
very dramatic,
Yes,
in these situations, they don't react like normal people. They are like, oh my god,
I agree.
because they are actors.
Sergey, please.
I agree with
Andrew.
with Andrew. Yes, I'm sorry. I agree because it's a not a comedy. It's not a traditional comedy movie. It's a dramedy. We watched some funny moment, but we after that we started to understand this is a sad situation. It's not people who could adjust the new it's a new it's a new era of I don't know. It's a new условия.
They cannot develop. They cannot adjust to new conditions, right?
It's a new condition. It's a. I feel it's a strange. It's a feel strange for me because it's a sad. It's a guilty. It's a combination of feeling for this person. Oh my God! It's a drunk, it's a guy situation, it's a situation with the policeman, with the farmers. What's happened with you? Why why do you a normal person?
But they're normal, so you're just not political correct enough, all the people are normal, it's a new era of normality. I'm joking. Okay. Vasanth, so what do you think about the movie? Is it a drama or comedy? What do you think? We just, we just drop the story itself. Let's discuss, what we think about
it. It's more or less like a biography of some local people, two local people. Because as a foreigner from of that culture, I couldn't grab the idea at first when I watched it for the first time. So it's entirely something like the foreign film we watched a few months ago. Like the people, the person, two people are dying, and they want to visit the beach, you know, the sunrise, sunset. So it resembles that.
Okay, so just a biography. So just life as is, right? So it's sad and funny and all at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Josephina, please.
So since I maybe was very analytical, philosophical, all this, because to me, I always think that something that looks so distorted of reality is so irrational, so like two ways, very dramatic, at the same time hilarious, at the same time a little bit too much. Then I want to know exactly how do you guys interpret the phrase of this Danny that says, "This is the end of the greatest era." So why is saying that? It's very powerful phrase to me. That's why I was getting a lot of interpretations.
Well, okay, I can tell how I understand this phrase. I understand this phrase, you know, it's actually a humor. So what we are seeing two drunk people. They are no one. They do like nothing. They are nobody. Actually, they don't do anything significant. And we speak about this like about an era. For me, it's just, you know, nothing to speak about. So I think it's just a humor. Sergey, what do you think?
Please repeat your questions, man.
Okay, let's go another direction. So, okay. But isn't that you know, a normal thing for British humor? You know, to put a person in a very strange situation and then, you know, to watch him. It's something what I can see many times. Andrew, what do you think?
But in the end, we have the sad story, and we understand that wise Hall would have the problem in the future. The more, I think that in 1 hour, 2 hours, he would die. About alcohol, about drugs, it's true, because the second guy has had an offer of the main role in the movie, and the wise Hall, if you remember, saw to his friends with the envy. Oh yes, congratulations! It's a very sad intonation, and he's not he is unsuccessful actor, is a not talented actor, and he's a usual man, but it's not funny in the end. During this movie was a funny with this his adventure in this firm.
Well, village. Okay. So you're telling us that the end of the movie was very sad and got you disappointed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Andrew, you probably watched a lot of you know, British movies, am I right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot. And yeah, well, I have a lot of English family as well, and I go over there quite a lot. And that's
so speaking about
definitely their
movie.
humor.
Yeah. So it's just like in many other movies, right?
Yeah, they enjoy a realistic and a sort of dark satire humor as well. They use their own terms. That's why the film would be huge in England, because it's a lot of their own terms, the way they speak, and resonates with the British people. So it's a culture classic in England anyway, and so, you know, I'm not sure around the world, but I know in England it is a.
I understand. Classic. But what do you think? Is it like it's a deep philosophical movie? Should we find some moral in this, or it's just, you know, one time movie for one time to just watch it, get some laugh, get some feelings, and forget? What do you think?
I think it's what a lot of people are going through.
Yes.
You know, trying to be successful in their career and not have money, and to have problems with drugs and alcohol. It's realistic, and reality can also be funny.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Guys, agree? Disagree? Can we go? Okay.
Vasanth doesn't agree with me.
So, Vasanth, did you have at least one laugh during watching this movie? Did you find anything funny? Or
Did you laugh once? It's better to say.
okay.
Did you laugh once?
Did you laugh once?
Yes.
I don't remember, but there was some funny moments, like the cow fighting with a cow. That was a funny one. He always betrays him so many times. So I liked that part. It brings smiles on my face.
I like the part when at the night they were waiting for the hunter, so they will break in and kill them. So they were in one bed with this gun and all these jokes and this uncle. So
the uncle suspects they are homosexual because of this. They are in the bed together, scared.
Yes, and he had all the facts, he had a previous conversation, and now they are in one bed, so facts.
Yeah, everything's falling into place, we would say.
Okay, let's ask Sergey. Sergey, do you have some special moment, something that you liked?
Yeah. As I remember the special moment with the bottle with urina inside the car when the Withnail imagined about situation when he would meet the policeman with drunk. He started to put the special pipes with bottle with urina from child, and yes okay. What's this bullshit? But in the end, he met the policeman. Hey guy, please go outside the car. No, I'm not drunk. Go outside. Oh, okay, yes. Inside the police place.
Yeah, I can relate to this experience. In my mind, we imagine the situation. It will be by law. I will speak this, and they will answer this. But then you met police and go in different direction.
Okay, I have this special system for going without problem with this situation. Oh, Gary, please. So, what he is doing?
What he's doing?
With the pipe.
It was fun. Yeah, I agree. Josephina, please.
The city where I was watching this movie, I guess had a lot of problems. Maybe it was crashed or something, but I didn't see when the police stopped the guys and asked, so you are drunk or something? He says, no, it's him. And they had the bottles and all this next to him.
Yeah.
I didn't know what happened next, because how did they get rid of the police? How did they don't get in trouble or something? What happened? I don't know that part.
They got troubles, I guess. So they did not escape. They just got trouble.
Oh, what happened? I don't know. They got to jail or what?
Not to jail, I guess. It wasn't covered in the movie. Exactly.
Pay a fine or something. I don't know this part. I just got interrupted a lot of times in episodes. That's why I say I watched a lot of episodes, but nothing was complete. It was very scratched, my CD.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of parts, Josephina.
Okay, no, but like this, but your movie CD was scratched also.
Yeah, no, you should say I've seen some parts, not episodes.
Part only. Yeah. I write it down now. Chapters or parts.
Or some parts or some selected parts of the film. Yeah.
Episodes will be only in a television show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for series.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Andrew, what is your favorite part? Tell us, if you have one of you.
I think actually my favorite part is probably the opening scene. Where they realize how dirty the kitchen is. Then it gets darker and darker. So I sort of like the opening 10 minutes is very funny.
I also like it the scene when they returned back from the village and found some strange guys in their flat and some black guy in this bathroom and
Or
but
the character who called him a ponce when he was going into the toilet, and he was in the toilet having a pee, overthinking in his head. Did he just call me that?
yeah, but it's also interesting that well, how they react, to all those troubles when they found another people in their flat. They are pretty calm, I would say.
Yeah, they try to get themselves out of dangerous situations, right? They try to calm the situation down.
Yeah, I would expect a fist fight immediately, but no, they just start conversation or something.
They are actors after all.
Yeah. Okay, since because of the courtesy of Vasanth, can I say so? Courtesy. What's the word for this? When someone made a favor for you, you can say because of courtesy. No,
Courtesy.
Yeah, courtesy.
Okay, because of courtesy of Vasanth, we have some questions on our Padlet, so let's answer some. Why was the elderly woman angry at them in the countryside? So in the village, do you remember at the first day they tuk. Do you have some food or something? So Sergey, why she was so unpleasant?
But it's obviously, please take you in her place, and two strange drunk guy went to your home. Oh, please give please us wood and coal. What? Go out, please. It's obviously, but it's strange that she went without gun, but I don't know why.
Sergey, I don't know why it's so obvious for you. Probably you have another experience. So I was once lost in the middle of nowhere and went to the village and knocked in the door and got milk and bread and something else. So it was in my life.
Yes, we talked about on the hand, we are thinking about our modern reality. In the past, we had different relationships between people in the village, in the city, without problem, without untrust. Yes, I agree with you, but maybe I'm wrong about
So
that.
I remember teacher Lee, American guy. He told us that never go nowadays. You cannot go to someone's house. You get shot. For no reason. So he probably exaggerating, but it has something inside. What it was at that time, Andrew? What do you think? If I go to some British village and knock the door, will I get shot or will I get milk or food?
No. They should be friendly enough. They would be friendly enough in my experience. I have knocked on plenty of doors.
Yeah, I did the same. So you can do that in Russia. No problem.
Yeah, and most people in England wouldn't have guns legally, so.
I like your comment about legally. Yeah. Vasanth, what about India? Can I knock in the random door and ask for food? Give me some rice, please.
Yeah. It would have happened in villages a decade ago, I think. But now they are all fear about strangers. Until after the internet came, and every negative news passes so quickly amongst us. So everybody is afraid of strangers. So they afraid about what if they get inside and loot something from us. So that made them so insecure.
I see.
But there are still good people out there. But in general, they would at least suspect you of some negative
bad,
activity.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. So it's not that safe, right? So you have to be, I don't know, cautious what's the word for this? You have to be
cautious. Yeah.
cautious. Okay. Josephina, what about Mexico? Tell us, or United States?
Well, in Mexico, it's okay to visit people anytime and ask for a cup of milk or something that you're cooking, and then you don't have enough, and then you can go to the neighbor. It's perfectly okay. But here in America, it's totally different. Here in America, if you do that, it's like kind of weird, like, what happened? So how come you don't plan in advance? And they just feel like you are not to trust or something. But then when some of my neighbors are Russian, when Russian came and did the same thing, came and knocked at my door and says, "Can I have a cup of sugar?" I thought, oh, that's wonderful. It's like my culture. Finally, I saw somebody that thinks like me, you know. And
but
other than that, other people feel like, oh, it kind of sometimes they want to be kind of friendly, but they're really cold. They're really, you know, they just cannot believe that you want for something. And then they don't like to really take care of people much.
Okay,
Bueno,
it's what we call American smile. You know, I smile you, but I hate you, right? But we
really like that. But then they're not willing to help you in these cases because they just imagine why you don't plan in
understand.
advance.
Yeah,
it's
but just
like
we are not talking about neighborships, you know. We're talking about complete strangers, you know. So
oh, but even worse, they wouldn't open the door for you. And in my country also, you know, they put 3 or 4 locks in the doors because the situation is so difficult these days. But here in America, no way. They call the police right away and you or get a gun or something. Really.
Yeah. It's what I was told, you know. Don't knock others' doors, you know, just for asking directions or something. Leila, tell us about your experience. Would you knock the door for asking for something?
If a person like you, Andrew, Vasanth, Sergey, you know, personality and appearance, these are important things. Yes, you can have some, but
don't trust me, Leila.
but we are a bit tense because of the political situation here, and I don't know who's knocking at my door. So I have to observe the person. And if there's somebody with me at home, it's easier for me to open and give him or her whatever he needs.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past, it was easier, Ivan.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like general, you know, cultural thing. So if you are in need of something, would you go to a closest house to you and ask for it or not?
Not the closest door. If I know the person, neighbors, totally yes. But if I don't know, it's against my personality to ask something from a person whom I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, let's go forward. So another question: were they really gay?
Oh,
yeah.
I guess. Yes, Josephina, please.
I just want to say this because it's funny. Now here in America, most of the people who live in certain areas have video cameras. All of the students, everybody, because you see that's the feeling of everybody. So it's like kind of afraid of the world, afraid of everything.
Yeah. And I know that there are like big company, Ring, it produces video cameras, and they communicate with police directly without you, you know. So you have a camera in your house that report to police. Wow, it sounds like Big Brother to me, you know. Americans always say that China building Big Brother government, but they already have one.
It's $3 a month for the service. And to go outside and all this to protect you, $3 a month. Now it's very low.
I think the only time you can knock on someone's door in America is on Halloween night. Trick or treat.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. So, were they really gay? We answered that they were not. So, why is the gay thing necessary for this movie? Yes, why? Sergey, why is this necessary for the movie?
For giving the conflict, for giving the funny situation, but we don't have the female characters in this movie, and for giving more funny situation with relationships, different guy. But if was the female instead owned, it will be the same situation. For for example,
if there will be a girl who is harassed by some guy, it will
would be the same. But it's not a guy. It's not homophobic movie, obviously. It's not funny. It's but looks like a Monty Python show, I think, because it's the same time show.
Well, I have the same opinion. Just to add some jokes to the story. That's all.
Yeah, and one interesting moment, and now I understand this is owned Monty. It is owned from the Harry Potter movie.
I haven't watched Harry Potter, so I just trust you. Okay, so another question. Why were they afraid of the guy with the gun? Vasanth, everyone is afraid of the guy with the gun. Who could possibly look after them? So who was the guy with the gun, Sergey?
It's maybe Hunter. I don't know. It's a Hunter from this village. It's a strange guy with inside the bar. Yes, and they have the conflict inside the bar when they communicated with the barman, and suddenly gone some guy with birds, with the dead birds. Yes, it's my prize. Oh, what is about your? This is some funny moment. I don't know how to speak English about the snake and the. Okay, is this about snake? Please, got your snake inside your pocket. What?
It's not your business, right? It's what
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it was fun. Okay, let's go with our favorite part, with slides. Let me share the screen. Share. Boom, boom. Can you see it? I hope you can. Okay. Can you see these pictures? Vasanth, it's getting better and better every time. I'm going to make an exhibition, of our posters for our movie club.
Did somebody create the pictures?
Vasanth did it.
You drew them, Vasanth?
No, I just searched online.
Oh, well, that's not as impressive.
but at least we have this artwork for every class.
Yeah, no, looks good.
Okay, let's start with this one. Josephina, could you please start to describe the picture, find some details, find some vocabulary?
Well, this is a total disaster kitchen with some groceries there on the back, and I guess, I don't know, no, that's not true. So they have two guys there, one that even has a tie and dress a little fancy for being just at home in the kitchen. And then at the pantry, it has few things there. The refrigerator, what is it? I don't see
well, I think it's
the wall.
just a, I don't know, it's a drawer cabinet or something. I don't think it's a
Yeah,
microwave.
it's,
No.
I don't know what it is. That looks like the door is a little open, and then they have the drawers and all. I don't know. Look like kind of messy. Or they have the little boiler tank, or what is that little thing?
A kettle.
Kettle.
The what?
Are you talking about the kettle in the sink?
No,
That you
that is on
use
the
for
back.
tea?
On the back, where there's a bottle of
Ketchup
ketchup
on
or
top. Oh yeah,
something.
yeah. That's a
What's
boiler.
that?
Yeah,
It's a
or a
boiler.
heater, or maybe it's maybe a heater. Yeah, because it's connected to the tap.
Oh, I haven't seen that for long time. So very different than
It's
the house.
used. It's used to get warm water.
Okay, and it's very small place. And I don't know much what to say. I don't know.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes. Any questions? Can you find something interesting? ring, the phone ring, very rusty one, right? Ancient one. Okay, I can see some food on these shelves, but it's canned. How we call it? Canned products.
Yeah, canned food. Yeah, canned food. Yeah.
Okay, canned food. Okay, now but
I think that is a microwave as well. That's open.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay, microwave, and I can see the white jar on this. How we call this? This lower part of the window, you know.
Yeah, yeah. The window sill.
Sill. Okay.
The window sill. Yeah.
On the window sill, we have a jar. Okay, when I was young and lived in dormitory, my room looked like this.
My room was worse.
Sergey, could you please describe this one?
Yeah, it's a it's a moment. It's a moment inside the room, and we can see the part of kitchen, and we can see the room. It looks like better with the two painting, with the wallpaper better than inside the kitchen. And we can see the empty bottle of champagne, and behind the heroes we can see the part of furniture. I think that
it's a kitchen, actually, no?
Not in the black. Looks like a place for treasures.
Cabinet.
Cabinet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cabinet, and at the moment when Withnail started to drink, I think gasoline or oil. I don't know.
Yeah, lighter fluid.
Yeah, with a rubbish glove.
How we call this glove? It's rubber glove.
Rubber.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a rubber glove.
Okay. Yeah, and I didn't understand why Snail looks like people with white something
on his skin.
Yeah, white skin.
So he
cocaine maybe.
There's a product called Deep Heat, okay, and it's used for athletes after they play football or after they play basketball. They rub it on their skin and it sort of burns. So he put that on his skin because it was so cold outside. It would heat up his skin.
Okay. So it's like a medication or something like this.
Do you know
it's
what?
Not really.
Do you know what Deep Heat is? It's a product to help with injuries and things, but it warms up your skin.
Yeah, yeah. We use oilment for this, so it's not like a.
Yeah, here's a picture of it. Look.
Okay,
Talc.
deep heat.
Deep heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as I know, we don't use it. Sergey?
It's for muscle relief and aches and pains.
I see. Okay, Andrew, is champagne? So I can see the bottle of champagne. Is it expensive in Britain?
Well, I suppose it can be, depending on the quality of the champagne. But you can get cheap bottles, because I have bought some cheap bottles. But you always know the difference in the taste, you know.
I understand. Yeah. My question was because in Russia, alcoholics, they don't usually buy champagne. They buy something else, vodka or something else.
Yeah, well, we would only drink it for New Year's Eve or Christmas.
Yeah. It's very traditional. Yeah, for New Year.
And in the morning.
After after 2.
Okay, Josephina, please.
It means I won't be able to have mimosas when I go to Moscow. There's a combination champagne with orange
juice. Yeah,
usually we have for breakfast.
They are delicious.
One second, and you told about mix champagne and orange juice.
Mixing. Yeah.
Yes, that's called mimosa.
Yeah.
It's illegal in Russia.
Yeah.
You can.
How
It's not manly enough.
No, it's illegal. I never heard about this. We drink champagne with what's the name for this beer? Strawberry. That's all.
Oh, strawberry. Oh, okay. Well, I have another question about the cupboard cabinets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I also call pantry, but pantry is just for food and cans and all this. And in this, they don't have a pantry.
No. Pantries aren't common, Josephina, in the UK and Ireland.
And the cupboard and cabinets, what the difference is?
So a cupboard would normally be above your head to open. It's for cans and for bowls, cups, whatever you want. And a cabinet, I suppose you wouldn't find a cabinet in a kitchen. Cabinet might be in the living room or something like that.
Okay.
In a bedroom, probably.
Yeah, in the bedroom. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because we call cabinets to the ones in the kitchen. We have the pantry, and we don't have the cupboard. But also, you see,
well,
now
a cupboard is just another name, then I suppose for it, right? Because also pantries aren't popular here.
Okay.
They're very American.
Now I see the picture better closer because I don't see very well. I thought the guy was wearing a tie and a shirt, and I see that it's completely no shirt. I don't know. I couldn't see. I'm sorry. I said something weird before.
Okay.
So he took off all his clothes and rubbed this lotion on his skin that will keep his skin warm.
Yeah, now I see that. Now I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
like a lotion. Yeah.
Did you have a question, Sergey, or no?
I have one question for Josephine for taking me a recipe of the cocktail with the champagne because I don't know about it, and I wanted to taste this cocktail with my friends and to a surprise for them. Yes, I know the new recipe for you.
I'm surprised you guys have never heard of mimosas, no?
Yeah.
And it even sounds ridiculous, I don't know why.
Yeah. Mimosa.
we don't mix champagne with anything.
Never.
It's an insult.
Ever.
Champagne.
Wow.
Yeah,
but the Americans are very good in inventing things.
Yeah.
But champagne is very cheap.
They like to dilute their drinks, which is make them weaker.
Yeah, but champagne is very cheap in Russia, so you can
No. It depends of brand. It depends on brand.
Depends
Yeah,
on the brand.
It's still cheap.
Here, very expensive champagne too. Dom Perignon or something like that.
Yeah. $100 maybe around.
Do you know
Right.
what he was drinking? The lighter fluid.
What
No,
do you
because
mean?
the lighter fluid that he had in his hand.
Yeah.
So it's like gasoline. Yeah, you add it to a fire or you put it in your lighter. Do you know a lighter?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it's for. You put that in your lighter so you have more gas. But normally there's alcohol in it, or
I
there's
see.
a
I see.
chemical that makes you a little bit. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Some spirits, right?
Yeah. So
Something.
he was. Yeah. So he was drinking it to. We would say to get a buzz.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Vasanth, please, let's continue with another one.
Here is they were in bathroom and he was shaving his beard and he bought some food from the store and they started to eat there. He even used it as a toilet seat without any disgust. And we can see a lot of things. What is the name of that tub? Is that a bathtub? Do we
Bathtub.
have
Yeah.
any? Okay. We can see a water heater on the wall and some photographs, posters, and a mirror and a toilet paper roll.
It's a very
That's
artistic
it.
bathroom.
Yeah, why they eat in bathtub? Vasanth? Is it something that you do as well?
Because it's
No way.
it's the cleanest room in their house.
Yeah.
And I like this dialogue about sausages, about sausage. Another guy came and he said, "Do you have some food?" Yes, a sausage. How much you want for this? So ridiculous.
So in England, they actually still do it today, but they would serve their fast food in a newspaper. So that's why he's eating the chips from a newspaper. They would give it to the customers in a newspaper.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
we do that too.
Oh yeah.
We don't, as far as I know. Sergey, have you ever eat from, you serve it from with a paper, with a newspaper?
Yeah, from a newspaper.
Yes, obviously, and we prefer to eat the herring and herring.
Herring, yeah, dried fish. But you not served in the restaurant by with newspaper, right? In a cafe, never.
Yeah.
It's strange. Yeah, what's else, please?
Yeah. When the food is served with this newspaper, you can say it's a hot news. You know.
It's a hot news, exactly.
Yeah.
Nice pun. Okay, we can see a heater again, right? This boiler on the top.
A water heater.
Water heater, some pictures, and nothing else, I guess. Yeah. And have you noticed this holder for toilet paper? It's made of a rope. Very cheap way, I would say. Okay. Oh, this exact same with the sausage. How much do you want for this sausage? It was really funny.
I guarantee you didn't understand what that man was saying.
No.
This man. He is
No.
very hard to understand.
Yeah. Okay, so next one. Josephina, please describe this picture.
Oh, that's Monty, Uncle Monty, funny looking guy. And then the two guys sitting on a couch, very decorated. Like I think it's like also on the back there's the gobelino or tapestry. We call it tapestry now, but I used to know them as gobelino. And then they have a lot of books, like an area for a lot of books on the side. Then
A bookshelf.
Yeah, bookshelves, and then well, what is the material of the couch or sofa or whatever? It's made out of tapestry too material or what?
Just close, I guess. No.
Maybe.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I'm not sure what to call it.
Well, but it has a lot of design, very classic. And then the picture of somebody, a woman, very elegantly well dressed, and
Yeah.
maybe it's a painting. And then they, of course, drinking a lot of time. But now it's like more drinking, like a decent drinking, because they're served in the bottle, so sitting in the living room. So it's kind of different. And now it's not a mess. Everything is arranged nicely. Looks clean and nice. I don't know.
Yeah. They have 3-piece suits, right? Everyone.
3-piece suits. Yeah, good.
3-piece suits. Every one of them. So very formal, I would say. Now,
Yeah.
impossible nowadays. I haven't seen that for decades. At least.
Unless
Okay,
unless you're Conor McGregor.
Sergey, do you have a 3-piece suit?
Not, but when I traveled to Austria, I bought special Gillette, and
Okay.
and the toy like a butterfly.
Okay. Vest. We call it. Is it a vest? No?
A vest,
This
yeah.
is-
Yeah. West, yes, and dressers
Vest.
and a butterfly.
Yeah. We call it
I'm sorry, and I have short story. And today we celebrate.
I have a short story.
Short story.
A short story.
In Russia, today we are celebrating the International Women's Day.
Yeah.
My congratulations for Josephina.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's we call it international in Russia, but as far as I know, only few countries in the world celebrate it.
Yeah.
And do you know who invented this? It was invented by 2 feminists, Rosa Luxemburg and Clara Zetkin. In like 1 century ago. So we
In
will.
New York, maybe.
So it's not a day where the women do all the work today?
No.
Yeah.
I was mistaken.
We do all the work at the whole entire year, so it's only one day. Should be the opposite. Should be the 360.
I agree, Josephina.
Yes. But now America celebrate that day, even though, as I remember, I've been living here in 30 years, and I only recall this celebrated in only the last 10 years, when there are more migration of Eastern European people coming to Americas. When I see they changed, they adopted from them.
Yeah. So Russians did it as always. Okay.
Josephina, are you going to vote?
I already did.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, but I didn't do for that, the blonde one, no. I don't want that long one. It was a güero copetón because it has like un copete, you know. I don't know how to say that in English.
The toupee.
Maybe Ivan understands that. Güero copetón.
Yeah,
Here.
toupee.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, let's change the picture. Vasanth, please describe this scene.
Me?
No,
Oh my.
Vasanth.
I don't see very well. That's the problem.
No, Josephine, I am asking Vasanth to describe.
Oh, okay.
So I think this is the hunter, countryside hunter, a bounty hunter. He's holding a eel fish. He seemed to hunt variety of species like birds and eels and everything, cats also, and we can see a different kind of taps to
pour
fight
beer.
Yeah, for beer. We can see some dishes, maybe seem to be sweet dishes. I don't know.
Well, it looks like bread to me, actually. You know, some cake, maybe some pancake, something like this.
Or
But
cheese.
do you have such a, you know, in Russia we call it 3 little jar or something, and it's very popular. You know, we have a lot of things inside, like cucumbers, tomatoes, apples, everything.
Yeah.
And usually it's a homemade food in this 3 liters bottles.
Preserves.
In New Orleans, you see that a lot. Also, when I went to New Orleans, I was surprised to see this with a lot of homemade food. Yeah, in the bars.
Yeah, we used to make them in enormous quantity, but now it's less and less. Yeah. Okay, so we can see old-fashioned registry on that side. Andrew, do you see that it's a registry for cash?
Yeah, register.
Register
okay,
for cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash machine, not
Yeah, we call it a cash register.
cash.
register. Okay, and I can see some bottles in this. Can I say dispenser or something like this? On the wall we have some whiskey upside it. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the device for that is a.
Yeah, you can say dispenser. Yeah, it's for the shots, right? It's for little shots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, how can we call?
I have a question.
Handles.
Vasanth, please.
Yeah. How do we call the handles? You know, it looks like the
Yeah.
pilots.
Taps.
Yeah.
Taps. No.
Yeah, tap. Yeah.
A tap. So it's a tap, or in Espanol it's a grif, right, Josefina? This tap for beer.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm very blind these days. So I don't know.
Okay, what else? Some pictures, some photos on the walls, some.
Yes, Ivan, I have a questions about bar chair. It's not bar chair because they have don't back.
It doesn't have a back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's called
What is the name of this chair?
a stool.
A stool.
A stool. Yeah, a bar stool.
Yeah, it's interesting because I know why Sergey was surprised, because in Russian stool means opposite. When you have a back, it's
really?
Yeah.
There you go. Opposite worlds.
Okay, so taps, dispensers, stools, a guy, a hunter. How we call him? Hunter. You told me when you.
I said bounty hunter, but bounty hunter is for people. He goes after people.
No, it's not the same.
Okay, no.
But this is a word, you know. When you hunt illegally, we have a special word. But
let me try
Googlars or something like this. I forgot. Okay, we will find it, post in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it.
Okay, what else? Drapes, or it's not drapes, it's a curtains.
Oh yeah, poaching. A poacher.
Poaching. Yeah,
a poacher.
Exactly. Let me write it. A poacher. Yeah, I forgot everything, but I remember that I knew. Okay, what else? Jars and pint of beer, right?
Pint of beer. Yeah. Do you know what this? Do you see the jar of eggs?
It's eggs, exactly.
Yeah,
I was thinking it's apples or something.
So what they do here is, if you pick out the dark egg, that is the designated driver. He has to drive home and not drink.
So it's kind of a lottery, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we use matches for this, you know, matches. We have like to make fire. We take all of them in the hand. You cannot see, and we broke one.
You take the shortest one, is it?
Yeah. So who took the shortest will drive or do something.
Yeah. So for this case, it's you put your hand in the jar. Whoever retrieves the black egg can't drink and has to drive the friends home.
Wow. I was thinking it's food, for eating. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me describe this. So they are waiting for this poacher, for this hunter. They were scared as hell. They heard some sounds from outside, and because they scared, they wanted to be together. And it's this fact puts them in one bed. So and. Door is opening in this episode. They see light and they
It's
will
part.
see they will see Uncle Monty after that for their relief, right?
Yeah, to their relief, good. Yeah.
To their relief. Okay. I guess not much else to add from there. Okay, Josefina, could you please describe this one?
Well, I don't know. They're in a little bar. There's a cupboard on the back of the cupboard, and they have a table just made out of wood, just very I forgot the term. That is not. It's made completely finished, but it is. How do you call? I forgot how to call that. It's not like elegant. It is. How do you call? I forgot the term. And then they're more or less well dressed. They like relaxing there, and the room is very small. And the walls are like I don't see very well, with different mixing colors, and well, I don't see very well, so that's the problem because too small the picture.
Yeah, there is not
what
much.
They're
not
holding
much to
in
see.
their hands. What they're holding in their hands, I don't distinguish very well what it is.
It's a lighter, I guess, and cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The light cigarettes. And so, how do you call the furniture that it's casual, very casual? How do you call? I forgot.
Fancy, antiquariat. No?
Well,
it
maybe
looks like
it is, or maybe it's the other.
they
antique,
definitely look
maybe.
like antique cups.
Yeah, and also the table, and the room is a little kind of dark, and just that's it. They have one is wearing a sweater, the other is wearing a vest. That's it.
Okay, let's find something for our final description. So let's choose this one. Sergey, could you please start with this picture?
Yeah, there is a meeting with his old friends and with a black guy, and the black guy has usually a hair type of this time, and his friends has strange clothes, and the dresses looks like a Turkish paintings. The tiger tooth on the neck, and a lot of rings outside the neck, and a lot of bracelets on the hand, and strange belt with this like a silver style.
Yeah.
On the wrist, we would say, not on the hand.
Yeah,
around the wrist.
On the
and
wrist.
we can see the model of Earth. I don't know how to speak English.
Globe?
A globe.
A globe.
Globe?
Yeah. And behind the black guy, we can see the collection of the bottles, whiskey, wines, and champagne, beer, and the maybe ketchup, the red bottle of ketchup.
Yeah. A bar. Let's call it a bar.
Yeah, a bar.
Okay, Vasanth, would you like to continue with the picture?
And yeah, at this point, they were sharing with the newly found drug. They were smoking that drug. Yeah.
Yes, they're smoking weeds, right? We call it weeds.
Yeah.
And how we call this cigarette? Snitch or something?
A joint.
Joint. Okay.
It's a very big joint.
They're passing joint like around, right?
Yeah, to the left-hand side.
To left-hand side. Okay. There are rules after all, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's the rule. To the left hand.
Okay.
This way.
Vasanth, please.
Not that I would know.
Okay.
That guy is a weird one who makes a weird noise while he was. Marwood was asking about the ticket he received, and it was about the eviction. But he was about to concentrate on those tickets, but the guy in color made a weird noise by rotating the earth ball. Everybody is crazy.
Okay, I don't see nothing to it, but I noticed that there are a lot, always, in any circumstances, there are a lot of photos on the walls. You know, even in the village, they have like a royal family photos or something. I noticed it. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Let's call it a day. Thank you very much for coming, and see you next week. And the movie have not been chosen yet.
Yeah, we haven't chosen the movie.
Haven't chosen a movie yet, so you can suggest if you want.
Cool.
Okay, have a good day,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Hope you enjoy.